Trinidad and Tobago getting international assistance in its assault on crime. And in sport, the recent performance of the West Indies in Bangladesh described as shameful. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, December 6. I'll be back with the details after the break.
On this special Christmas edition of Caribbean Passport, we take in the sights and sounds of Believe, the Christmas edition. Stay tuned for it all right here on this station.
What's up, everyone? Today I'm here with Danny Donati, and you are a music composer.
Yes.
Amongst other things. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, I write scores, music for television, film, feature films, video games, and mainly attractions. Some of the rides here at Universal.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, and I also own a company of audio design that we are contracted by Universal to do the audio design for the rides.
Trinidad and Tobago's National Security Minister Stuart Young says crime fighting in the Twin Island Republic has been receiving some international help. Speaking to reporters on the sidelines of a major security conference, Young said some of the country's foreign partners have contributed to recent successes by local law enforcement.
What you all have been seeing over the past few weeks are a number of intelligence-led operations that fortunately for law-abiding citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have been successful without any casualties.
We spoke with Minister Young after the opening ceremony of the Caribbean Nations Security Conference. A major theme of the conference, cooperation among the various defense forces along with the United States military. As the minister said, there are several threats facing the region. Among them, he said, were natural disasters, the illegal drug and firearms trade, and terrorism.
We look forward to the continued relationship with the United States and the role that you will play not only in intelligence sharing, but hopefully as well in operations.
How much intelligence sharing is taking place between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States? And how much of that is leading to any of the recent successes that the government and the police are saying are occurring in law enforcement?
Trinidad and Tobago, under this administration, has rebuilt the relationships not only with the United States, but also with Britain, Canada, and a lot of other allies, and they provide us with intelligence. The operations and intelligence-led operations you all have been seeing over the last few weeks have had a small element of international assistance.
He commended the men and women of local law enforcement for the work they have been doing.
In other news now, Haiti's former head of police, Godson Aurelius, has been charged in connection with an illegal arms shipment. And lawyers representing him are threatening to take legal action against the investigating judge probing the case. The move comes after Aurelius was slapped with several charges related to the September 2016 seizure. Justice Dionel Lumrant, the investigating judge, had been probing the illegal arms that was seized at the port of St. Mark. Customs and police officials had searched a truck loaded with used items from Miami when they discovered and seized a large quantity of weapons, ammunition, and various military equipment. Aurelius' lawyers contend he had been asked to appear before the investigating judge as a witness only to be later charged. They also said the examining magistrate had refused to decide on their request for denial of justice. Former West Departmental Director of Police, Vladimir Parison, who had also been questioned by the judge, had also made a request for his removal on the ground of legitimate suspicion. The former Minister of Interior, Reginald Delva, is the latest former Haitian official to be questioned in connection with the illegal shipment of arms from the United States. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness is contemplating criminal sanctions for those linked to the scandal at state-owned oil refinery Petrodram. This was revealed by Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Robert Morgan. It follows the tabling of a report by the Auditor General highlighting glaring breaches of procurement procedures, nepotism and wasteful spending at the state entity. Morgan said that the Prime Minister received the report yesterday and has promised to speak on the matter soon. He also disclosed that Holness has identified some aspects of the report which require urgent action, and he is not ruling out a forensic audit to determine whether criminal liability exists. The private sector has called for some to be held criminally responsible in 2 of the findings unearthed by a comprehensive audit of Petrodram and the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica. The group also wants the findings referred to the Finance Ministry in keeping with the Financial Administration and Audit Act to see what, if any, sanctions should be imposed. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Former Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies wicketkeeper David Williams has described as shame the recent performance by the West Indies team in Bangladesh. The Caribbean side lost both test matches in the series in 3 days. They suffered a 64-run defeat in Chittagong in the first test, while the hosts scored a record innings and 84-run victory in the second test in Dhaka. West Indies also lost both tests to India last month inside 3 days. Williams said, quote, "It is difficult to beat India in India. We didn't play as well as we could play. How could a Bangladesh team make 508 runs and bowl us out for 113, then bowl us out again for 213 on the same pitch? There is always pressure when you're facing 500, but to make 113 is ridiculous. It's really a shame, to be honest, as to how the guys are playing. They're trying their best, but we have to do better, especially against the lower-ranked teams. We need to make sure that we win these matches. Bangladesh would continue to go past us," end quote. Bangladesh is currently 9th in the ICC Test rankings, 1 spot below the West Indies. Over to football now. Ottawa Fury FC has announced the acquisition of Haitian forward Cristiano Francois from fellow USL Championship club Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC for an undisclosed fee. 25-year-old Francois spent the 2018 season with the Hounds, where he recorded 4 goals and 5 assists in 32 appearances to help the club reach a top 3 finish in the Eastern Conference. The attacking midfielder led the Hounds with 59 key passes, tied for 14th in the USL Championship overall, and recorded more than 2,600 minutes of action across the regular season and postseason, good for 4th on the side. Now, he said he's looking forward to joining the Ottawa Fury family. Now, before joining Riverhounds SC, Francois played for the Rochester Rhinos in 2017, where he led the team with 6 assists despite only playing 10 games due to injury. He also added a goal and started both the Rhinos 2017 contests in the USL Cup playoffs. That's Caribbean Intel. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.